In Idiaba village, a village full of love and thick forest of green leaves, lived a woman named Omotola. She was a beauty to behold, full of life, always smiling. She was always well dressed in her blue and white dresses that reflected the rich cultural heritage of her people. Her days were filled with love and laughter with her two children, Ayotunde and Oladipo. Yet her heart carried a deep unhealed wound. Years ago, Omotola's third child, Ifedayo, was stolen from her in the dead of the night by Princess Aduke, who was a worker on the farm. The pain of losing her newborn son left a permanent scar on her heart. She couldn't stop thinking about her stolen baby Ifedayo. Every night, she cried and cried, longing for the child she had barely held. Ayotunde said, "Mama, why are you crying again?" Omotola, trembling, "I am just remembering your brother Ifedayo. I miss him every day." Ayotunde, "We miss him too, Mama, but we must be strong. I believe one day we shall see face to face." In the same village, Idiaba, was a mute monkey named Kofi, known for his gentle nature and piercing eyes. Kofi had seen everything on that fateful night when Ifedayo was taken. Though he couldn't speak, he remembered the scene vividly. Often, Kofi would watch Omotola and her family from a distance, feeling a deep sense of empathy for their pain. One evening, Omotola decided to confide in her closest friend, Abike. Omotola said, "I feel like part of my soul was taken when Ifedayo was stolen. I would give anything to know what happened to him." Abike said, "Omotola, you are the strongest woman I know. Your love for Ifedayo is powerful. The Holy Spirit will guide us to the truth." As they spoke, Kofi the mute monkey watched from the shadows, feeling a sense of urgency. He knew it was time to help Omotola discover the truth. Kofi began to act out the event he had witnessed that night, using gestures and movements to convey his message. He pointed towards the distant hills and mimicked the actions of a woman taking a baby. He did this for over 20 years, but people ignored him. But one day, Abike said, "Kofi is trying to tell us something. He knows what happened to Ifedayo." Omotola, hopeful, she said, "Kofi, can you show us the way?" Kofi nodded and began to lead them through the village towards the distant hills. Omotola, Abike, the children, and all the monkeys in that village followed him, their hearts pounding with anticipation. They traveled for days, guided by Kofi's silent but clear directions. Finally, they reached a grand village with a magnificent palace. Omotola's heart raised as they approached. Kofi pointed towards the palace, indicating that this was where Ifedayo had been taken. Inside the palace, Princess Aduke was preparing for a celebration. She was old and well-dressed. Ifedayo, now a young and wise prince, was about to be crowned king. As Omotola and her family entered the palace grounds, their eyes met Ifedayo's. There was an instant, unexplained connection. Omotola whispering, "Ifedayo, my son, it's you." Ifedayo, shocked and angry, said, "Who are you?" Princess Aduke was shocked to see Omotola. Knowing the truth she had kept hidden for so long, she denied knowing her. Omotola, tears of joy and sorrow. She said, "You stole my son from me." Omotola screamed. Ifedayo looked closer at Omotola. He remembered his dreams. Could this be the woman he sees in his dreams? His coronation to become king is today. But if this woman claims to be his real mother, then his chance of being a king will fail. The villagers were shocked seeing Omotola rolling on the floor and screaming for her son. Kofi, the muted monkey, pointed at Aduke. Will he speak? The forbidden love of Omotola and Adeyemi in a village far away from other villages, a village where people live in love and unity. Drummers and singers joyously performing beautiful traditional dancing steps called bata. People always gather every evening to enjoy this wonderful performance in the market square called Itoku. There lived a beautiful girl called Omotola. Omotola was known for her her beauty. With her dark skin, braided hair, shining eyes, legs used to dancing bata every day, she often wore her Dire Eleko dress, reflecting the rich cultural heritage of the people of Abeokuta. One day, Omotola, as usual, went to fetch water from the stream not far from her village. As she filled her clay pot, she heard some noises coming from the bushes. Looking up, she saw a tall, handsome man. The reflection of the sun fell on his skin like a beam of light coming from the whispering leaves of the tree. He was coming towards her. He was Adeyemi, the son of Chief Adebayo. Adeyemi smiling. "Good afternoon, beautiful lady. May I help you with that?" Omotola blushing. Omotola said, "Good afternoon. Thank you, but I can handle it." Despite her words, Adeyemi took the pot from her hands and carried it to the riverbank. They exchanged shy glances and polite conversation, but beneath the surface, a connection was forming. The following weeks, Omotola and Adeyemi met frequently by the stream without being noticed by the other villagers. Their conversations grew longer and more intimate, revealing their hopes, dreams of the future together and fears. Omotola admired Adeyemi's strength and kindness and encouraging words, while he was captivated by her beauty and intelligence. One evening, as the sun set, Adeyemi took Omotola's hand. Adeyemi said, "Omotola, I cannot deny my feelings any longer. I have fallen in love with you." Omotola responded, "Adeyemi, I feel the same. But what will our families say? Your father has promised your hand in marriage to the daughter of a rich man." Adeyemi responded, "We will find a way, Omotola. Our love is stronger than any obstacle." When Adeyemi's father, Chief Adebayo, learned of their love, he was furious. He had arranged for Adeyemi to marry Eniola, the daughter of a wealthy merchant, to strengthen the family's social and economic standing. Chief Adeyemi angrily said, "You will marry Eniola as planned. This your infatuation with Omotola, or what is her name, must end now." Adeyemi said to his father, "Father, I love Omotola. I cannot marry someone I do not love." Omotola's parents were also concerned. They knew the repercussions of defying Chief Adebayo's wishes. They don't want to be in his bad books. Omotola's mother, worried, she said to Omotola, "My daughter, think carefully. This could bring shame and trouble to our family." Omotola pleading, she said, "Mother, father, I love Adeyemi. Please understand my heart." But Omotola and Adeyemi were faced with relentless pressure and their parents' disapproval. Omotola and Adeyemi made a difficult decision. They decided to elope to another village where they could start a new life together, free from the constraints of traditions of Itoku village and expectations. One quiet night, they packed their belongings and met by the river, their secret place. Adeyemi whispering, "Are you ready, Omotola?" Omotola nodding. "Yes, let's go before anyone notices." They traveled through the dense forest, frightened by the sounds of wild animals. They depended on the light of the moon to see through the forest and their unwavering love for each other. In a distant village called Idiaba, Omotola and Adeyemi found refuge. The villagers welcomed them warmly. Unaware of their past, they built a hut for them as home and they started their lives together. Omotola's days were filled with joy and fulfillment, especially when she discovered she was expecting their first child. Adeyemi excited, "Omotola, we're going to have a child. Our love has truly created a new beginning." Omotola smiling, "Yes, Adeyemi, this is our future now. Free from the past." Months and years passed, and Omotola gave birth to 2 baby boys and a girl. The last baby they named Ifedayo, meaning love has returned. Their small family was full of happiness and hope. Adeyemi worked hard to provide for them, and Omotola cared for their home and child with all the love in her heart. However, their past was not entirely behind them. News of their whereabouts eventually reached Chief Adebayo, who sent messengers to Idiaba to bring Adeyemi back. Chief Adedayo, he must return and fulfill his duties. This nonsense cannot continue. Adeyemi said, I will not abandon my family. My place is with Omotola and my children. Tensions grew as Chief Adebayo's men confronted Adeyemi in the new village. Omotola, fearing for their safety, stood by her husband. Omotola said firmly, we will not go back. Our love is true and we will fight for our family. The villagers, who had grown to love Omotola and Adeyemi, rallied to their defense. The confrontation was intense, but the couple's unwavering love and the support of their new community forced Chief Adebayo's men to retreat.